So my name is Richard Phillips, and I am an associate professor of biology at Wittenberg University. I am in a field called wildlife ecology, and one of the things that wildlife ecologists do is get outside and try to count how many of something there are. And even though that sounds like a really easy question, it can sometimes be difficult to get at answers. And so a lot of times with things like snakes, they aren't very easy to see. So a big piece of counting them is increasing the likelihood that you'll see them. So today what we're going to be doing is a pretty common technique that wildlife managers use to estimate populations of amphibians and some reptile species. So what you're going to do is we're going to go and look at what's called cover boards. And so cover boards are meant to provide a couple of things that reptiles and amphibians may need. One is cover, right? You don't want to be exposed to predators. And another is warmth. Think about if you put your hand on the pavement on a sunny day, it gets much warmer than the air itself. Well, the same principles may hold true with a cover board. It'll increase the heat available to reptiles and amphibians, both of which are what we call ectotherms or poikilothermic. They can't regulate their own body temperature like you and I. So to increase the likelihood that we're going to see them, maybe we increase the temperature so it brings them in. A second thing that a cover board may do is increase the humidity, right? Snakes shed their skin, and when they do that, they need increased humidity, right? Amphibians like increased humidity. So it could be that the cover boards provide increased humidity for them as well. So there are three sort of means by which we might increase the likelihood that we're going to see some snakes with a cover board survey. It could be the heat, it could be the cover from predators, and it could be the humidity. I may bring up a fourth one if we're lucky enough to see one of these under the cover board. So why don't we go along, we'll check and look for snakes that are under the cover boards. This is a snake hook, right? Because you never want to put your hand around something. That's if a snake will bite you, that's how it'll do it. You want to make sure that you're not putting your hand over on the other side of that cover board. So this is a snake hook, right? And it's just a golf club with a little modification at the end of it, right? And what it's useful for doing is putting on the edge of the tin, I'm putting the edge of the cover board, and I'm putting my foot on the back here, and then I lift it up. And do we see anything? Some native ant species, some crayfish burrows, and nothing.
No snakes.
No snakes. That's the way it goes, right? And that's data too, right? Whether we get it or not. And so we record these data. And so what I do is I put a little X if we don't get anything under the cover board. Not discounting the ants, right? Ants are things too. And entomologists love insects. But today we're looking for snakes, and that's what it is.
Okay.
See it?
Where'd he go? Is he in there?
What's your way?
Oh, he did.
This part is snake.
Oh, is it?
Uh-huh.
Of course he's not going to show it now.
Oh, another one.
Oh, there we go.
Oh.
I think I got it. Yeah.
Three total garter snakes. Do you see that?
Yeah.
And that one probably has young. Garter snakes give birth to live young.
Oh, that's cool. And do they stay with them sometimes?
Not normally.
Okay.
Oh, look right there.
Oh, there we go.
That's a big garter snake.
Wow.
And then
There's a small one.
Oh, that's cool.
Yes.
Where at?
that is a brown snake.
Oh, where at?
Over here.
Right on top of it. You see it?
Oh, I see it.
If you want me to pick that one up.
Oh, I can get it. I think. Oh, yeah.
You're holding that brown snake.
Okay. Oh, they're so neat. Okay, where's he? Yeah, there he is. Oh, that's cool. though. Ooh, check that out. So a couple girders. Oh, nice.
And so what we would do is if we were trying to estimate garter snake populations, we'd capture them and then put a little pit tag in them. It's like a little microchip in a dog, but it goes just under the skin. And then we monitor the populations and can estimate it by doing what's called a mark recapture. So you take the number that you've captured previously compared to new, or those that you haven't captured previously, and using some fairly simple equations can come up with an estimate of the population.
Nice.
All right, so I hope you enjoyed checking cover boards with us. It's also neat to think about how something can increase the likelihood that you'll see something if it's there, right? So using cover boards is safe. You don't have to sort of touch the animals, but it kind of lets you know stuff that's around you that maybe you don't notice. So I'd encourage you all to go out there, get outside, and look around on the ground for stuff.